And I didn't believe it at first. I was like, this can't be real. And I got that call that, hey, we're going to bench you for the next 9 games if you don't change your injury guarantee. So for me,
but be clear here, it's not, they don't want to bench you because of play. They're saying they're benching you because they want you to take out the injury guarantee.
Yeah, they want to push back my injury guarantee and remove it for that rest of the year. So that way, if I get injured, they don't have to pay it.
$85 million spread over 2 years will not be available for the Denver Broncos to use as the salary cap continues to yodel, yodel, yodel. $85 million will not be available for the Denver Broncos because they have cut Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos officially made the worst trade in NFL history and are now paying for it, releasing Russell Wilson, owing $85 million to Russell Wilson. Now, with that being said, Russell Wilson's journey in the NFL is not over just yet. Especially now that there are teams fighting for his work. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Giants, the Raiders, and some other NFL teams as well. Now, the big thing about Russell Wilson is, yes, he's coming off a decent season, throwing like 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Not a bad year at all. But the big thing about Russell Wilson, you can get him for basically free. The Denver Broncos will owe him over $39 million this season, allowing whatever team to pay him or whatever team signs him to just get him on a $1.9 million deal. Guys, that is free when we're talking about an NFL starting caliber quarterback. And in this video, I want to break down all of the breaking news from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the New York Giants to even the Raiders about potentially getting Russell Wilson. Now, Russell Wilson will be the first big domino to fall this offseason in terms of where he is headed, and could also bring more NFL talent with him. Now, the first team I really want to talk about here is the New York Giants. Clearly, Daniel Jones, coming off an injury, just might not be that guy. I think we have to come to an agreement that, yes, he might have potential, but right now, he's just not cutting it, right? Now, at the end of the day, if you're an NFL team that needs a quarterback, this is the year for you, right? You have Kirk Cousins, you have Justin Fields, you have multiple guys in the NFL draft. However, if those don't work out, you can get a guy for free. Russell Wilson. Nobody else offers this type of talent for this type of money. If you're an NFL team that can compete for a championship, this is the year you go pay Russell Wilson. And the Giants, like I said, have already had meetings with Russell Wilson, have already talked about what he would be, what he would add to this Giants team, who just seems like they are a quarterback away from being a dominant football team. There are other areas that they need to improve, but Russell Wilson could be massive. And there's obviously mutual interest between Russell and the Giants. If they get a deal done, if they come to an agreement, this will be the biggest steal in NFL history. There's also some other teams as well, like the Steelers, the Raiders, but I want to tell you or show you one more thing about the Giants.
Understand all of their needs, but you have Danny Dimes that you just paid. So how would that look? What would you do with Danny Dimes if you go upgrade the quarterback position, but you need to make a move at the quarterback position? So this is a very complex situation that the Giants find themselves in. But if I am ownership, Mr. Mara and the Tisch family, like, I'm tired of seeing, well, they don't show him no more. Because every time they were showing his ass for about 2 years, he was throwing trash cans in the suite.
Now, let me know in the comment section down below, do you think the Giants would be a good fit for Russell Wilson? And also, if not, comment down below a player, a name, either in the draft, free agency, a trade target, that you do think would be a good fit for the New York Giants. Before we talk about why the Steelers might be the best fit out of all the teams that could get Russell Wilson, do me a quick favor, guys. Hit the like button just so we can get this video out to more Steelers, Raiders, obviously Giants fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be posting so many videos throughout the entirety of the offseason, keeping you guys updated with everything that happens. I got you guys covered. Join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post a video. But with that being said, let's jump right into the Steelers.
If Russell Wilson gets to the Steelers, we back, baby. Russell Wilson gets picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mother, send me my box. I am now a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Sorry, Jets, but this year I may have to lean Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Now, as for the Pittsburgh Steelers, there is a ton, and I mean a ton, of rumors speculating that Russell Wilson will be joining the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. And if you ask me, it's the perfect fit. You know, you go from Kenny Pickett to Mitch Trubisky to Mason Rudolph. I mean, when are we going to understand that we need someone right now that can win us some football games on the offensive side of the football, right? Now, we know how good this defense is with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith and Joey Porter Jr. and everything that they've done throughout the last couple of years defensively. They're one of the best defenses in football. And if you have a good quarterback on the other side, you are probably one of the best football teams in the NFL. Russell Wilson not only would be a good fit, but he could help the development of Kenny Pickett. He can play right now. And again, another point is he is free. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have one of the best fan bases on or in the NFL, right? They will support their guy, okay? Now, let me know in the comments down below, do you think Russell Wilson's a good fit in Pittsburgh? And if not, who do you think should be the starting quarterback next season? But I think when you look at everything, George Pickens to Deontay Johnson, right? You know, there's a lot of rumors about Justin Fields going to Pittsburgh. If you want Justin Fields, you're probably going to have to trade Deontay Johnson. And if you trade Deontay Johnson, one less target for Justin Fields, right? But if you keep Deontay, you keep George Pickens, you have Calvin Austin, you potentially have a guy like Allen Robinson coming back, right? This is a good receiver core. And then you have Najee, you have Jaylen Warren, right? That's basically what he's had throughout his career with, even in Denver with Javonte Williams and Samaje Perine. You have the running back and then you have the receiving back. I mean, this couldn't be a more perfect situation for Russell Wilson. And then you have Darnell Washington, you have Pat Freiermuth, and then the defense we already know is nasty, right? This could be a perfect situation. And we just heard news that Russell Wilson is on his way to Pittsburgh as we speak to go meet with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers.
I think Pittsburgh's perfect. I think Pittsburgh's got a lot of strengths. I don't think they have a great offensive line, but I like their running backs, their tight end, their young receivers are talented, a little immature. And I think the maturity and the commitment you get from Russell Wilson, who would just take over the offense, is ideal. I think the culture and the personnel in Pittsburgh is good. They don't have a trigger guy. They don't have a quarterback. And in the AFC, you're not going anywhere unless you have a star. Even if it's a declining star, you got to have a star to win games. People will forget about Kenny Pickett. I know he's a local kid very quickly. If Russell Wilson arrives, moves the chains, they can win a lot of games with Russell Wilson. They're a 500 team at best with Kenny Pickett. Sorry, they are.
And then you have the Las Vegas Raiders, who are another dream scenario. You get to go play in Las Vegas, the literal sports town of the world, right? But also Antonio Pierce. I mean, who doesn't want to run through a wall for Antonio Pierce? You already see it with a bunch of free agents like Brandon Ayuk and, even guys like Rachaad White saying he wants to be there. Jaden Daniels coming into the draft saying he wants to go play with him. Everyone wants to play with Antonio Pierce. And it's becoming, common knowledge that Antonio Pierce is going to take over this Raiders organization at an extremely high level. Now, for the fit, you have Devontae Adams. You have Jacoby Myers. You have, Josh Jacobs if he returns to the team. That's a whole nother debate or another question to be asked if he should come back to the Raiders. But you also have Michael Mayer, the young rookie tight end of last season. You have Hunter Renfrow. You have so many different weapons over here in Trey Tucker. Like, there's so many good fits, right? And the Raiders have that defensive-minded head coach in Antonio Pierce where he wants to destroy teams on the defensive side of the football, right? But if you bring in a quarterback like Russell Wilson, who is conservative, who knows how to control the tempo of a game with a good defense, I think the Raiders could be a massive fit. This could be a massive opportunity for maybe not a bridge quarterback per se, but someone who can come in and Russell Wilson give you a solid 1 to 2, 3 years until you find your guy. Now, if they go out and bring in a guy like Jaden Daniels, this is not the option for them. But if Jaden Daniels and their guys are gone, I think Russell Wilson would be a perfect fit. Now, it is weird because the biggest thing is the draft is after free agency. So you'd have to be able to understand, am I going to be able to get Jayden Daniels or am I not going to be able to get Jayden Daniels, right? So that's why I like the NBA a little bit more. Draft comes first. I think that's a little bit more important. But with that being said, if they're able to get Jayden Daniels, then Russell Wilson doesn't make sense. But if they can't get Jayden Daniels, Russell Wilson makes the most sense in the world, maybe outside of Justin Fields. Let me know what you guys think, because Justin Fields is so much more complicated. You got to go, you got to make a trade, you got to send out talent to get him in return. But Russell Wilson, like I said so many times in this video, is free. He is free. You don't have to pay anything to get him, and he can come help you win football games immediately. Now, with that being said, guys, do me a big favor. If you think the Raiders are a good fit, comment down below why, your thoughts on why, but also comment down below the number 2 if you guys stayed to the very, very end of the video. I just want to see how many of you guys stayed to the absolute end. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, man. Join the family. More Raiders videos, more everything videos coming out for you guys regarding the NFL. And I know there's a lot of teams that could get Russell Wilson, like the Falcons or the Giants or the, there's a lot of teams, right? The Patriots. Let me know who you guys think should be the favorite to sign Russell Wilson as of right now. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.